Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Enough training. Now we face the enemy for real.
Go. Moving. Forget what I said.
Battle Royale. All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team.
What do you say?
Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
Forget what I said.
I'm on it.
I hear this place is good.
Never mind that. Cancel that.
Clear to engage all targets. Located the supply cache. Secure that position.
Enemies over there! Enemies over there!
Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving earned him deployment.
Taking fire!
Come, stand up!
Teammate was broken. They're no longer with us. Fight to earn redeployment. The fight has begun. Get ready to fight. Next. Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. It's time. Break some.
Well done. Stand by for redeployment.
All right.
Your teammate is redeploying. Stand by. Your teammate is redeploying. Stand by. Gas is inbound. Objectives updated. Move to the next location.
We are inside the circle. Get ready for incoming.
Hostiles in the area.
Objectives updated. Move to the next location. Primary objective accomplished. All supply boxes found.
Hostiles in the area. Looks like a X-ray. Return to base when brief.
and weapons. We go soon.
Son of.
Warm-up is over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Battle Royale. All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
Any uniqueness?
Good landing site here.
I picked TV. Oh man, I meant to pick this.
Any uniqueness?
Affirmative.
Moving. Moving. Primary objective is to eliminate all targets. Allied UAV overhead. Objective is to eliminate the bounty target.
Go. You're gonna go kill that guy.
Allied UAV overhead.
Yeah, I don't know how he had two.
Heading over here. Cancel my last. X-ray spotted. I'm taking fire.
Pushing in, I have a death silence.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Yo, keep shooting him, bro. Bro, you gotta be kidding me, dude. People are shooting this guy and just stop shooting him. But this guy, the orange guy was looking straight at me.
Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving earns them redeployment.
No, I had $11,000 on me, dude, by the shop. By the shop. He killed me by the shop, right here in the corner. Bro, oh my god.
I'm taking fire!
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Your teammate was broken. They're no longer with us. It's time.
All right!
I hate you.
Broken
Mag,
stupid. Apply for redeployment.
Stupid.
Teammate has been cleared for redeployment.
Enemy movement! Check fire! Same site! Enemy movement!
Trophy system deployed.
Probably in the back of the building. Yeah.
Got movement. Got movement. Medic! I'm here!
The rocket launcher sucks. You can buy yourself shield.
Got the drop bag inbound.
Oh, I'm going straight for that loadout. Some people just revived over
Mark
here.
out, I'm going.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm hit!
Loki, buy some shield. I don't know if you have shield for yourself too. Buy 2 sets, yeah. Oh, I could buy. Dude, I should have got a sniper class. Where are they? They were back here, look.
Mark out, I'm going.
5 more shield for both of us? You can get like, yeah.
Armor's over here.
Need to get ammo. Oh, there's a truck coming. Bro, I thought this man was gonna come in here. Are you kidding me? My bad, bro. Yeah, it was only one guy. I thought he was gonna push in, like thinking I was there, and he didn't even run in.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Practice is over. The real fight begins now. Battle Royale. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
Disregard. Never mind that.
Hunt the enemy down. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Your teammate has entered the Gulag. Surviving earns them redeployment.
Enemy movement!
Your teammate has failed. They're returning to base.
Throwing smoke! Head down, go!
Shit. That's too much.
Mark a drop point for your team.
Oh.
You'll lead them in. Your teammate is in the Gulag now. If they survive, they redeploy. Gas is inbound. Teammate redeploying to the AO.
I'm coming back. Yeah.
Movement here!
We're safe for now.
Do you have any ammo? I have no ammo. AR.
Meet caliber here. for grenades here. Body armor here.
Relocating. Mine.
Ready for flyover. Send recon.
UAV entering the AO. Driver sits open.
Got the drop bag inbound.
They're right there by that. Load out. We'll get that. Oh, we're definitely gonna make a run.
Be advised, UAV is bingo
the
fuel.
loadout.
RTB for resupply.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Yeah, they're on it right now. Two of them.
Setting charge. You can't kill me.
Damn, up there.
Open here!
The trees.
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom. The fight begins now. You can taunt the enemy while you're waiting. Words are effective, but rocks work better. They are ready to fight. Get ready to fight. You're next. You win this fight and you return to the front line, but if you lose, you're done. It's time. Break some. You took a beating. Back to base with you. Let us hunt that night. Settle the score.
He did that store because the sales clerk wouldn't listen.
Yup.
Mrs. Henrietta Douglas, who took our course in Chicago,
Oh, good, nigga.
purchased a coat for this.
What you think?
The coat in the special sale. After she brought it home, she noticed that there was a tear in the lining. She came back the next day and asked the sales clerk to exchange it. The
Just got home.
refused to even go listen to her
Yeah,
complaint.
it just came from Publix right now,
You
8th.
bought this at a special sale, she said. Pointed to a sign on the wall.
Yeah. Nah, it was kind of flowing. That's why I was like, I went in and
Sales are
put
fine.
in and out.
Once you bought it, you have to keep it. Pull off the lining yourself. Damaged merchandise, Mrs. Douglas complained. Makes no difference, the clerk interrupted. Final's final. Douglas was about to walk out indignant.
Oh man, you gotta take care of that, boy.
Never to return to that store ever. Greeted by the department manager, who knew her from her many years of taking it. Mrs. Douglas told her what had happened. The manager
Yeah, for
listened
real.
attentively to the whole
Not to
story.
mention, you know, you got to sign,
Examined
be
the coat and
okay.
then said,
Get out of
special
work.
sales are final, so we can dispose of merchandise at the end of the season, but this no return policy does not apply to damaged goods. We will certainly repair or
You
replace
don't
the
understand
lining,
that, but you know how that be.
preferred.
You gotta be safe. I mean, you gotta be healthy for that.
What a difference in
You got it, you know how that should be. What I will tell you is,
to the customer. A long-term
you picking the shit?
been lost forever. Listening is just
You
as
putting to set up the room?
in life as in the world of business. Millie Esposito of Croton-on-Hudson, New York, made it her business to listen carefully when one of her children wanted to speak with her. Funny thing, she was sitting in the kitchen.
No, right here for the game.
After a brief discussion on his mind, Robert said, Mom, I know that you love me very much. Mrs. Esposito was touched and said, the chronic kicker, even the most violent critic will frequently soften.
Use this time to practice. We'll be deploying soon.
I heard that, that update that you can get 4 people on your shit.
Threatened to tear the phone out by his boots. Service Commission. The company's most skillful troubleshooter sent the interview.
Practice is over. The real fight begins now.
Customer enjoying himself, pouring out his tirade. The telephone representative listened. Yes.
Battle Royale. Mark a drop point for your team. You'll lead them in. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone.
I'm the only member in the world today besides Mr. Craig. I listened and sympathized with him on every point he made during these interviews. He never had a telephone representative talk with him that way before. It became almost friendly. Before I wanted to see
Your teammate was sent to the Gulag. They'll fight for a chance to redeploy.
But upon the 4th interview, I closed the case completely.
Nigga died already.
All the bills in full, and for the first time in the history of its difficulties with the telephone company, voluntarily withdrew its complaint from the Public Service Commission.
Your teammate was broken. They're no longer with us.
Considered himself a holy crusader, defending public rights against callous exploitation. But in reality, what he really wanted was a feeling of importance. He got this feeling of
Where the fuck it went?
at first by kicking
Location marked. Let's
As
move.
soon as he got his feeling of importance,
Going in.
representative of the company, his impending grievances vanished into thin air. One morning years ago, office of Julian M. Denver, founder of the Denver Woolen Company.
Hunt the enemy
The
down.
world's largest distributor of woolens to the tailoring trade. Man owed us a small sum of money to get near his plane. Detmer explained to me. The customer denied it, but we knew he was wrong, so our credit department had insisted that he pay. After getting a number
Enemy
of
team is hunting you. Stay alert.
Actors Grip made a trip to Chicago and hurried into my office to inform me not only that he was not going to pay that bill, but that he was never going to buy another dollar's worth of goods from the Denver Woolen Company. Listening carefully to all he had to say, I was tempted to interrupt, but I realized that would be bad policy, so I let him talk himself out.
I'm over here by a
When he finally
helicopter.
simmered down and got in a receptive mood, I said quietly, I want to thank you for coming to Chicago to tell me about this. Done me a great favor. For if our credit department has annoyed you, it may annoy other good customers. That would be just too bad. Believe me, I'm far more eager to hear this than you are to tell it. That was the last thing in the world he expected me to say. I think he was a trifle disappointed, because he'd come to Chicago to tell me a thing or two. Here I was, thanking him instead of scrapping with him. I assured him we would wipe the charge off the books and forget it, because he was a very careful man with only one account to look after, while our clerks had to look after thousands. Therefore, he was less likely to be wrong than we were. I told him that I understood exactly how he felt. If I were in his shoes, I should undoubtedly feel precisely as he did. But since he wasn't going to buy from us anymore, I recommended some other woolen houses. In the past, we'd usually lunch together. So I invited him to have lunch with me this day. He accepted reluctantly, but when we came back to the office, he placed a larger order than ever before. He returned home in a softened mood, and wanting to be just as fair with us as we'd been with him, looked over his bills, found one that had been mislaid, and sent us a check with his apologies. Later, when his wife presented him with a baby boy, he gave his son the middle name of Detmer. He remained a friend and customer of the house until his death 22 years after.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Years ago,
you need that?
Dutch immigrant boy walked through windows at the bakery shop after school to help support his family. People were so poor that in addition he used to go out in the street with a basket every day and collect stray bits of coal that had fallen in the gutter where the coal wagons had delivered fuel. That boy, Edward Bach, never got more than 6 years of schooling in his life, yet eventually he made himself one of the most successful magazine editors in the history of American journalism. How did he do it? That is a long story. But how he got his start can be told briefly.
You're losing ground.
In his chapter. He left school when he was 13 and became an office boy for Western Union. But he didn't for one moment give up the idea of an education. Instead, he started to educate himself. He saved his car.
Shit.
Out of fire!
Man, nigga coming up the stairs. He's coming up the stairs.
We evaded the enemy tracker. Good work.
The lives of famous people. From them asking for additional information about their childhood.
Teammate was sent to the gulag. They'll fight for the chance to redeploy.
Then running for president and asked if it was true that he was once a tow boy on a canal in Garfield. Spoke General Grant asking about a certain battle. Grant drew a map for him and invited his 14-year-old boy to dinner and spent the evening talking to him. Soon our Western Union messenger boy was corresponding with many of the most famous Ralph Waldo Emerson, Oliver Wendell Holmes, Longfellow, Mrs. Abraham, Lisa May Alcott, General Sherman, and Jefferson Davis. Not only did he correspond with these distinguished people, but as soon as he got a vacation, he visited them.
The teammate was broken. They're no longer with us. You're all that's left. Get it done.
These ambition that shaped his life. And all this, let me repeat, solely by the application of the principles we're discussing here. Isaac F. Marcusson,
Vendor here.
journalist who
Might have what you
interviewed
need.
hundreds of celebrities, declared that many people fail to make a favorable impression because they don't listen attentively. They have been so much concerned with what they are going to say next, they do not keep their ears open. Very important people are told they prefer good listeners to good talkers. The ability to listen seems rarer than almost any other.
He jumped off.
Not only important personages create a good listener, but ordinary folks do too. As the Reader's Digest once said, many persons call a doctor when all they want is an audience. During the darkest hours of the Civil War, Lincoln wrote to an old friend in Springfield, Illinois, asking him to come to Washington. Lincoln said he had some problems he wanted to discuss. Lincoln talked to him for hours. They went over all the arguments for and against such a move, and read letters and newspaper articles, some denouncing him for not freeing the slaves, others denouncing him for fear he was going to free them. After talking for hours,
Oh, the top right, they tell you how he was still alive.
said goodnight. Back to Illinois, without even asking for his opinion.
Let's say 35,
Lincoln
91.
had done all the talking himself. That seemed to clarify his mind. He seemed to feel easier after that talk, the old friend said. Lincoln hadn't wanted advice. He had wanted merely a friendly, sympathetic listener to whom he could unburden himself. That's what we all want when we're in trouble. That is frequently all the irritated customer wants, and the dissatisfied employee.
You see that shit in that shirt?
One of the great listeners of modern times was Sigmund Freud. A man who met Freud described
Enemy
his
UAV
manner of
overhead.
listening. It struck me so forcibly that I shall never forget him. He had qualities which I had never seen in any other man. Never had I seen such concentrated soul-penetrating gaze. His eyes were mild and genial. His voice was low and kind. His gestures. But the attention he gave me, his appreciation of what I said, even when I said it badly, was
Win here
extraordinary.
and you return to the front line.
No
You
idea
lose, your fight
what
is
it
over.
meant to be listened to.
Beat them down or capture the objective.
If you
I
want
like
to
this
know
shit,
how
though.
people shun you,
This shit kind of cool the way they do that.
never listen to anyone for long. Talk incessantly about yourself.
Stop. We're sending you back to base. Combat. Return to base for debrief.
Is that bores, that is all they are. Bores, intoxicated with their egos, drunk with the sense of their own importance. People who talk only of themselves think only of themselves. And those people who think only of themselves, Dr. Nicholas Norrie Butler, long president of Columbia University, said, are hopelessly uneducated. They are not educated, said Dr. Butler, no matter how instructed they be. So, if you aspire to be a good conversationalist, be an attentive listener. Interested? Be interested. Ask questions that other persons will enjoy answering. Encourage them to talk about themselves and their accomplishments. Remember that the people you're talking to are 100 times more interested in themselves and their wants and problems than they are in you and your problems. A person's toothache. Part of that in China, which kills a to talk about themselves. Chapter 5. How to interest people. Everyone who was ever a guest of Theodore Roosevelt was astonished at the range and
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
Whenever Roosevelt expected a visitor, subject in the normal road to a person's heart is to talk about the things he issued the president home. Put him wire himself. Learn this lesson early in life.
Hostile down.
Spending a weekend visiting my aunt Lizzie Lindsley at her home in Stratford on the Housatonic. He wrote it. Essay on human nature. A middle-aged man called one day, and after a polite diverted his attention to me. At that time,
Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
And the visitor discussed the subject in a way that seemed to me particularly interesting. After he left, I spoke to him.
Where we going?
Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
And he talked about the things he did. Things he knew would be good for you. He made himself agreeable.
Hey, command, we drop down!
Affirmative. David, why did you not drop off here?
Figured out the jamboree was coming off short, but I wanted the president of the one of my school reps. I heard that he had gone
Targets are up. Get to work.
He had it framed. So the first thing I did when I entered his office was to ask to see the check.
Oh, you got somebody down there, Rick? You see him?
What the hell, man?
I admired it and asked him to talk about how it happened to be drawn. No structure that Mr. Talent didn't begin by the Jamboree in Europe or what it was.
You're in the Gulag now. Fight to earn employment.
Fuck, nigga. Yeah, Rich, I tell you to say, you just fucking killed him.
The fight has begun. Daunting your enemy is an effective way to get inside their heads.
I killed him for you.
So is a well-placed rock.
Not only granted immediately what I asked for, but much more. I'd asked him to send only one boy to Europe, but he sent 5 boys and myself.
Time for a fight. Get ready to fight. You're next.
7 weeks.
Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Beat them down or capture the objective.
Since then, he's given jobs.
Going back to the front line.
Good. And I know if I
Rock will go by this nigga.
interested in and got him warmed up first, I wouldn't have found
Oh, you in on it?
this easy to approach.
All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team.
Is this a valuable technique to use in business? Is it? Take LG Duvernoy Insights, wholesale baking firm in New York. Duvernoy had been trying to sell bread to a certain New York hotel. He called on the manager every week for 4 years. He went to the same social affairs the manager attended. He even took rooms in the hotel and lived there in order to get the business. But he failed. Then, after studying human relations, I resolved to change my tactics. I decided to find out what interested this man, what caught his enthusiasm. I discovered he belonged to a society of hotel executives called the Hotel Greeters of America. He not only belonged, but his bubbling enthusiasm had made him president of the organization and president of the International Greeters. No matter where its conventions were held, he would be there. So when I saw him the next day, I began talking about the greeters. My response. He talked to me for half an hour about the greeters.
Or you just use it immediately.
Vibrant with enthusiasm. I could plainly see this society was not only his father.
Bounty target is up. Take him down.
Before I left his office, he had sold me a membership in his organization. In the meantime, I'd said nothing about bread, but a few days later, the steward at his hotel told me to come over with samples of prices. I don't know what you did to the old boy, the steward greeted me, but he sure is sold on you.
Got a bounty
I've
somewhere
been
over
drumming
there.
at that man for 4 years, trying to get his business, and I'd still be drumming at him if I hadn't finally taken the trouble to find out what he was interested in and what he enjoyed talking about. Edward E. Harriman of Hagerstown, Maryland, chose to live in the beautiful Cumberland Valley of Maryland after he completed his military service. Unfortunately, at that time, there were few jobs available in the area. A little research uncovered the fact
Losing ground.
companies in the unusual business maverick, R.J. Funkhauser. However, he is known for being inaccessible to job
Oh
seekers.
shit.
Mr. Harriman wrote,
Saw a nigga shoot
I
you,
did
bro.
right.
found out that his major interest was anchored in his drive for power and money. Since he protected himself from people like me by using a dedicated and stern secretary, I studied her interests and goals, and only then I paid an unannounced visit at her office. He had been Mr. Parker's satellite for about 15 years. When I told her I had a proposition for him, which might translate itself into financial and political success for him, she became enthused. I also conversed with her about
Okay,
her
we're in sight. Scan for movement.
in his sense. After this conversation, he arranged for me to meet Mr. Funkhauser. I entered his huge and impressive office, determined not to ask directly for a job. He seated behind a large carved desk and thundered at me, "How about it, young man?" I said, "Mr. Funkhauser, I believe I can make money for you." He immediately rose and invited me to sit in one of the large upholstered chairs. I enumerated my ideas and the qualifications I had to realize these ideas, as well as how they would contribute to his personal success and that of his businesses. RJ, as he has become known to me, hired me at once, and for over 20 years I have grown in his enterprises, and we both have prospered. Talking in terms of the other person's interests pays off for both parties. Howard Z. Herzig, a leader in the field of employee communications, has always followed this principle. When asked what reward he got from it, Mr. Herzig responded that he not only received a different reward from each person, but that in general, the reward had been an enlargement of his life each time he spoke to someone.
Somebody
Principle 5.
Contract failed. You're out of time.
The other person's interests. Chapter 6. How to make people like you instantly. Line to register a letter at the post office at 33rd Street and 8th Avenue in New York. I noticed that the clerk appeared to be bored with the job, weighing envelopes, handing out stamps, making change, and receipts, the same monotonous grind year after year. So I said to myself, I'm going to try to make that clerk.
Trying to get this shit up.
Obviously, to make him like me, I must say not about myself, but about him. So I asked myself, what is there about him that I can honestly admire? That is sometimes a hard question to answer, especially but in this case it happened to be also that I admired no end. So while he was weighing my envelope, I remarked, I certainly wish I had your head of hair. Looked up, half startled, his face beaming with smiles. Well, it isn't as good as it used to be, he said. I assured him that although it might have lost some of its pristine glory, nevertheless it was still magnificent. Immensely pleased. We carried on a pleasant little conversation, and the last thing he said to me was, many people have admired my hair. I'll bet that person went out to lunch that day, walking on air. I'll bet he went home that night and told his wife about it. I'll bet he looked in the mirror and said, it is a beautiful head of hair. I told this story once in public, and the man asked me afterwards, what did you want to get out of him? What was I trying to get out of him? What was I trying to get out of him? We are so contemptibly selfish that we can't radiate a little happiness and pass on a bit of honest appreciation without trying to get something out of the other person in return. If our souls are no bigger than sour crab apples, we shall meet with the failure we so
Drop back inbound.
Shooting over there.
Oh yes, I did want something out of that chat. I wanted something priceless, and I got it. I got the feeling that I had done something for him without his being able to do anything whatever.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
That's a feeling that flows and sings.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Long after the incident is past.
See that nigga down there?
There's one all-important law of human conduct. If we obey that law, we shall almost never get into trouble. In fact, that law, if obeyed, will bring us countless friends and constant
Enemy movement!
The very instant we break the law, get into endless trouble. The law is this. Always make other person feel important. Jones, we have already noted, said that the desire to be important
Got it.
William James said that
Almost got it.
craving to be appreciated. As I have already pointed out,
Yeah, I know my other ammo for
that
that.
differentiates us from the animals. It is this urge that has been responsible for civilization. Philosophers have been speculating on the rules of human.
Oh.
Got gas moving in.
Got me. Oh, a little bit behind you. Back there, shoulder.
Come on. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Learn from your loss. Failure is a wise teacher.
Huh? Yeah, big how you burn this? Chloe? How the fuck you burn this? How you burn this? Boy, I'm long gone, boy.
Hey, you can take it with you to your crib, bro.
I've been there, but I'm at the crib. I'm gonna be at the crib.
Yeah, I was calling you. You wasn't answering.
No, you didn't, nigga.
No, I called you around 1. I called you 1:15.
Bruh, send me a text, but I don't know why my phone been doing that. My phone
It
been
won't even ring. It won't ring.
straight to voicemail.
It won't even go straight to voicemail. It just won't ring. Like nothing.
You need to send me a text, bruh. Fuck, I went to get a haircut and I was at the stopping off. Wait.
I'm like, yeah,
I'm for them to drop it right now in a little bit.
Holding for deployment.
A little
Take
bit
this
of
time
each
to
one.
warm up.
I'm gonna take it before I go.
Power. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yo. You good, buddy? What? No pressure. You got anything to sell, boy? Let me see what it is right now. Because I already have to pick out everything I have. So let me.
Enough training.
Oh.
Now we face the enemy for real.
Bye bye. What happened? Yes?
Battle Royale. Set a drop point for your team. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
Location marked. Let's move.
Primary objective is to eliminate all targets.
Ooh, somebody about to want to just drop. Wait. Oh, it's not in her. What's this do? What does this do? That trophy shit. Ah, nice. Shoot that motherfucker down. Bomba clap. No. Shit. Get a bazooka. Yeah, that was me, my bad. Yeah, I saw goddamn bazooka.
Gas is moving.
America. Oh shit, it's gonna go down there.
We are inside the circle. Get ready for incoming.
Oh, and they're coming in an ATV up by the tracks. Peeled off. Definitely peeled off. Huh? Yeah, I'm just waiting for all these. Damn, where the fuck that coming from? Are you? Huh? Birds. Oh shit. Shit in here. Huh? What you mean? Oh, armor plates. Yeah. Ain't got none. Huh?
Body armor here.
Oh shit. Huh?
Friendly drop bag headed your way.
We're going for this shit. Ammo.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Going this way.
Somebody jumping around me though. Heard it. Would you automatically put it on that gas mask? What you mean? To wear the gas mask, I gotta be on a certain class? Oh shit! That's what's up, bitch!
Gas is moving.
Okay,
Shit.
we're inside. Scan for movement.
Fuck that, I want this. Running with the AK-47? I don't think this is better than my shit. AK in here if you want.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, this nigga threw a whole motherfucker. Oh. Nigga threw a whole Mickey Mouse. I would've did that.
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom. Time for a fight. Get ready, you're next.
What's up? Yeah.
Win this fight and you return to the
Take
front
the menu?
line. But if you lose, you're done.
The flowers.
Yeah, I'll take it to you now.
Earn your way out.
And Victoria. Everything goes to the cookout.
Well done. Stand by for redeployment. Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
A recoger mierda. Everything basta. Look, there's a mountain box.
Got gas moving in.
And then we just jumped on him. You saw him? He's going up and around, bro. Hit this nigga with his launcher. Welcome.
Enemy movement!
Where you at, nigga? You dead? Gotta go up. No, nigga, to the left. Nigga trying to get.
The enemy took that one. Moving back to finish the job.
Huh? Alright, Brody. Yo.